and welcome to the Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. I'm your host, Vidas Pinkevičius. Welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast number 105. This is Sunday, July 30th, 2017. And today's guest is Arnoldas Leleika. He is our student from Vilnius University, basically majoring in chemistry, but hopes to transfer to medicine next year. He's a freshman, and he started playing the organ with us at Unda Maris studio this year, and currently he has chosen 3 pieces for the upcoming competition for young organists, and is very hardworking and very motivated organ student, and I'm very, very delighted that he came and found us in organ studio. So thank you so much, Arnoldas, for your time, generosity of sharing ideas, and welcome to the show.
Yes. So I want to say that I very like play the organ, and I am very happy that I am here in Vilnius University in chemistry faculty, because I think that my talent is play the organ, but I can do science and other things, and I like it.
I like your English. Your English is good. You were concerned without any need before our conversation started. Arnoldas was sort of hesitant to do this because he thought that his English is not good enough. But believe me, you'll do just fine. So, Arnoldi, for starters, do you remember the story how somebody introduced you to the organ, how you first fell in love with the organ at earliest age? Perhaps you could share us the story.
Yes, it was a very long story, but it do in a short case. It was when I was about 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and I was in the church services, but I don't play when I was playing about 13, because Christ offered to me play, and it was very nice because I never we have such a good experience,
right,
to play the organ, and a little bit it was very scary, but I did learn about it, and it was very nice. And about in this year I go in the Maris studio, and I'm very happy that I can play now, because it's very nice experience for me. It's very great.
You told me earlier that actually organ studio in the Maris was of the factors that led you to choose this university, right? Because you had some other ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true, Arnoldas? Because this is really an eye-opening for us who are involved in this Unda Maris studio, because you are not an organist, right? You are majoring in chemistry for now, and you like organ sounds and you like music, right?
Yes.
You play harpsichord in university and chamber orchestra as well. So your piano technique must be good, right? Right. So, but you chose this university based on the availability of the organ studio. How strange.
Yes, it is correct, because I I very like to improve my talent and I want to find new challenges and decide what I want to do. And when I search for my studies, I selected my chemistry studies in the Vilnius University, but it was one of my priorities.
Priorities,
yes, because I read that in the Vilnius University that this university have the biggest organ in Lithuania, and it improved me.
So we've been chatting about all those things for a couple of days now in Lithuanian, and I didn't press the record button yet, and I was thinking, wow, how many interesting stories has Arnoldas to share with us, and I'm so glad you agreed to have this conversation after lunch today, and actually we are having a real cup of cappuccino together, just like I like to tell my guests, that sometimes we have a virtual cup of cappuccino over internet, but with you we are really having a cup of normal cappuccino.
Yes.
So wonderful. Arnoldas, this year you mastered a few organ pieces, right? This was a solo organ piece called Prelude in Classical Style by Gordon Young, right? What led you to choose this piece? How did you find it?
This piece is it look like very classical from classicism, I think, because it's very like Mozart pieces, and I like it. But why I play this piece is that before I want to play a Mendelssohn sonata
second part from A major, right?
Yes, and I look at that it's very hard to me, so I decided to play a more lower.
Just beginning, so you needed easier
piece for me because it's very hard to looks for me.
Right. I have no doubt you will master Mendelssohn as well. Maybe a little bit later, maybe next year, maybe in a few years, but...
because practicing, I need more.
Yes, you need... you know what you need? You need to choose some of the preliminary pieces which would prepare you for, let's say, Mendelssohn style.
Yes.
So you need perhaps more romantic literature and things like that before you attempt to play this quite sophisticated and thick chordal writing. Although you have good piano technique, and the most problematic thing would be just to put everything together, hands and feet.
Yes. Because only in the manuals I can play very well, but pedals is a problem for me. But I think that it is can fix it when I more practice.
Right. With more practice, you can really improve. Right. I think I will put a link to the video that we created at the Unda Maris recital this spring, and you played this piece by Gordon Young, so that our listeners could really hear what we're talking about, right? As an example. What else do you have played? You played duet, right?
Yes.
How did you like this experience?
Some of very nice experience when you can play with another people. And I choose play to Gedre, and she choose for me.
Gedre is also a freshman at this university, and she also came almost at the same time as Arnoldas, and she is studying, I think, mathematics department here at Vilnius University, and also is very interested in the organ as well. So I have to maybe tell a little bit secret. It's not a secret, but sort of in September, Gedre and Arnoldas together will prepare a presentation about Unda Maris studio and give a talk basically about our studio to the freshmen who will become perhaps prospective organ members too. Hopefully that's how we find new members next year.
Very interesting, I think. So about our playing, it was very nice because we chose to play Mozart sonata for 4 hands, and we
recorded. It has 3 parts, right?
Yes.
It's Allegro, and then what? Probably Andante, and then Vivo, probably.
Yes.
Fast movement. Did you like this piece?
Yes, because it is a piece for your hands actually, but I choose what that I can play and for 1 feet.
Right. You used your left foot, right?
Yes.
For the bass tonic, subdominant, and dominant chords, right?
Yes.
Just to give the foundation of the chords.
And sound for that it is more majestical, I think, and very nice. So I think that we our technique can't reach our technique because it was very fast tempo and 16 notes.
16 notes, yes, exactly.
Notes, and it I would say tempo was very fast, but we did this, and we're very happy about.
You made it.
Yes.
And what was different from playing a duet like this and from playing a solo piece? Was it your experience different or similar? How did you feel?
Firstly, how you say that it is more joyous.
Yes.
Because when you play one, it is your own responsibilities and your thinking, mind, and your rhythm.
Yes.
But when you play together, you should listen what play your partner, and it is double human.
Yeah, like what you mean probably is when you play together, the responsibilities, you divide the responsibility between two people, and then the joy of playing together actually is twice as big, right?
Yes.
That's how we feel with Ausra when we play together also. We sit on the same organ bench, and whenever we, let's say, are in a bad mood before, tired, stressed out, or frustrated, when we sit down to play together, everything like disappears, and just the music, and together with us, we make this work, and somehow all the stress is gone, and you feel relaxed.
It can be how meditation, I think.
It's in a way it is a meditation, or might be perceived as meditation. It depends on your point of view, of course. Wonderful. So I hope Gedre will continue playing with you next year.
I think.
And it was probably Ausra's idea to offer you to play for four hands, or did you choose yourself?
Yes, this actually was Ausra's idea, and it improved to us play, and we see that it is very nice.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do an interview with Giedrė also next time we see her, because she has a lot of interesting things to say too. Because at this concert at the end of May, she transcribed herself a piece from YouTube by Hans Zimmer from the movie soundtrack from the movie called Inception, about time, right? And this was the movie where Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, plays the main role. And I was so surprised that she did it so perfectly, this transcription. It's not easy.
It is very, very hard, I think.
She did it very, very well, yeah. So wonderful. And but the first year is always probably the hardest for you, right?
Yes.
What were some of three things? Can you mention three things which were the most challenging for you at the organ?
I think that it is a time.
Finding time, right?
Finding time
for practice.
Yes, because when you study, you should know how you to take time for this or another thing.
You have a lot of homework to do, reading and
because
lab work, experimentation.
It was very general years, not your specialty thing, because it was physics and mathematics, and it is very hard. But now I'm very happy that this
ended, right?
And yes.
And what would be the second thing?
Second thing, I think that it is your repertoire.
Repertoire,
yes. That you should listen from YouTube. I think that you should find your nice pieces or something, and it is hard, I think, because
to choose, right? Which one will work for you?
Pieces are of different styles,
different levels of complexity.
Yes, and you should learn about how you can choose one and another piece.
But thanks to YouTube and other online platforms, today our musical knowledge can be expanded so greatly, and not only musical, but only in any sphere, right? You find videos that are interesting.
Yes.
But let's say about organ, you click, you push a few buttons, and you suddenly discover pieces that you even didn't imagine existed, right? I myself didn't know, for example, that Hans Zimmer wrote such a music, and that it could be performed on the organ. After our recital together at the end of May, I listened to the original soundtrack, and I was so impressed that it sounded quite similar to the organ version that Giedrė arranged. So yes, thanks to those technological advances, a simple person like me and you can discover for themselves all those intricacies and treasuries of organ music very easily. It's just clicking a few buttons and you are lost, basically. You get lost in those vast treasuries. And what about number 3? What would be the challenge number 3 for you this year?
For second year, I think that can be my level. Higher my level.
Your level? What you mean is to make your level higher.
Yes, because I want to participate in a competition of younger organists, and I think that I can do, but it required my time,
dedication
of working, and
lots of motivation.
Yes, and I think that I can do this.
So preparing for competition would be another challenge, right? Let's talk about that for a second, because before we had lunch today, we tuned the organ. Arnoldas came specifically for this purpose to tune the organ, help to tune the organ for me, because tomorrow we have a recital in our church where American organist Weston Jennings will be playing beautiful organ music, and we needed a few reeds fixed and tuned. So Arnoldas graciously came on train from his hometown, about 100 kilometers.
Yes.
And the first thing when he met me at the church, first thing he showed me 3 pieces of organ music that you chose for the upcoming competition. So what are those pieces?
So first piece is Baroque compositor Bohem.
Georg
Böhm.
This is contemporary of, let's say, Dietrich Buxtehude, one generation before Bach. Actually, Georg Böhm might be considered Bach's teacher, because he was an organist at Lüneburg, North Germany, Lüneburg St. John's Church, Johanneskirche, and the young Johann Sebastian Bach visited this church very often when he was studying there too. And it's not known exactly, but generally believed that he studied with Böhm. Right, so you liked this Preludium in C major, right?
Yes, because I look that it is easy for me, and I can play it, because Bach is not now for me, because I think it's very hard.
I have no doubt you could do a few preludes and fugues from 8 little preludes and fugues, like Regina is playing, right? You could do that, but Böhm is more advanced, more sophisticated, and more concert-like piece, and you can show off a little bit more with this. But as you say, it's not as difficult as other Johann Sebastian Bach's free works. So you have to a little bit graduate before playing Bach. You play what was before Bach,
like can be introduction.
Buxtehude, Böhm, Pachelbel, let's say Bruns, all those composers who wrote before him, and Bach is a little bit more complex this way, but you will prepare for Bach as well.
Second piece is Sonata from Borowski. I don't remember what is his name.
Borowski probably is Polish, right? 19th century.
From Poland he is, and it is romantic composer, and I very like introduction. It is very majestiful, because the chords very
thick chords or thin, majestic chords.
Yes, majestic chords, and when you play fuga theme.
Do you think that it's more difficult than Mendelssohn or easier?
It is more easier.
So maybe it will prepare you for Mendelssohn then, this way. You will play a few pieces which are easier first, and then Mendelssohn, let's say your favorite A major sonata, will become the next piece that you can have.
It can be introduction before Mendelssohn and Bach.
That's a good idea. I'm glad you are choosing pieces wisely, and definitely for your own level right now. because there are some people who want to play, D minor toccata right away, or Vidor toccata right away, and Vidor is not easy, those virtuoso passages. And even Bach's D minor toccata is not easy when you think about the fugue portion, right? So you will definitely have time to play those difficult pieces in the future too.
Yes, I think that I find for these pieces time.
Mm-hmm. And of course, the third piece. What would be the third piece?
It is Messiaen.
Olgi Messiaen.
Yes, Olgi Messiaen. But it is very interesting name because I don't remember.
I can tell you, I remember it well because everybody in Lithuanian Academy of Music plays this piece at the beginning. It's one of the easier pieces by Messiaen. This is called Apparition of the Eternal Church in English. In French, forgive my accent, would be like Apparition de l'Église éternelle. So, like a vision of the eternal church. Imagine it has a very dark and broody character, right? Like a big cloud, sort of. Starting like a storm, right, coming from far, and then it gets closer. That's how you have to play, and for like 6, 7, or 8 minutes in one mood, constantly getting louder and louder. It's like you say meditation.
Yes. Because I'm not very well on 20th century composers, but I like it because it. How you say it is in meditation. And
I think those pieces might be very well suited for you to explore the 20th century organ writing style, because it has big chords, right? Modal writing, which is sort of no longer romantic. It's more advanced. But it's simple enough because the texture is not too complex for you. It's a good piece to start, just like Le Banquet Celeste, Celestial Banquet, right? Which another student of ours, Paulus Barika, played also this year, and quite successfully, I would say. I was surprised he managed to figure out the modal writing in the hands quite easily too. So both you and him have good piano technique, and that will help you a lot. Wonderful. So what is your dream for organ playing next year? What would you like to achieve?
For next year, I always say I want to achieve a higher level, and also to play Handel concerto with Giedra.
Handel's?
Yes.
Handels. Which one?
I don't know, because it's a lot, and I think that we will play Opus 4.
Opus 4. Number 1? G minor.
Yes.
I played this piece with orchestra when I was a student at Lithuanian Academy of Music, and it's quite a long piece, right? It has 3 movements, I think.
Yes.
The middle movement is sort of slow organ solo, and then the first movement is also not very fast, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But then there comes a second movement, which is allegro, right? Fast movement. Then you can show off your virtuoso skills. And the last movement, actually 4 movements, right? The last movement is minuet in 3/8, I think. Do you know the arrangement for 4 men?
Yes, I found.
You found. That's good, because I haven't seen this. I've seen original for organ and orchestra. I've seen for organ solo, Marcel Dupré made it. and then you see there is for four hands, right?
I found in the when you search in Google, you clicking a button this, and Google you take your IMSLP, IMSLP, and in this page you can found in the arrangements area.
Yeah, this is like a Petrucci Music Library.
Yes.
And if you search for Handel's concertos as a keyword, then, as you say, in arrangements area you will find the arrangement section. You will find a lot of arrangements.
Yes,
probably.
not only with the organs, for different instruments.
Right. So duet for four hands will be wonderful for you to learn, right? What else? What is another? Let's think ahead. Maybe entire semester, 3 to 6 months, right? Until the end of this year. That would be great. Do you have a plan for yourself?
Actually, no.
Let's think about it.
How I say, I want to practice on the organ with these 3 pieces, and I think that I will preparing for competition, because it is my dream to participate, because it is I think very nice in this competition playing more greatest organists than me, and I want to look what is this level of my playing.
Yeah, to check your own level, right? Against real professional organists, young but still professional, who are probably studying at Academy of Music or
journalists, musicals.
Exactly. In other schools. Do you like to compete, Arnoldas? Are you of a competitive nature in general?
Yes, I'm very competitive, because, for example, when I study, I very competitive for students, which one will be on a higher level at the semester end.
So, but basically, it's important for you to have this pressure, right?
Yes, because
peer pressure.
Yes, because it, I think take your more experience, which can lead your talent and more practicing.
Boost your motivation probably, because you know that the time is coming for your performance, and inside of you there is clock ticking, right? And you need to constantly force yourself to practice, and it's very good to have this external stimulus, external motivation. Without this external goal, people sometimes get lazy, right? And say, oh, I'll practice next week, or I'll start practicing on Monday, right? As we always do. And this Monday becomes next Monday or next month.
But I think it is very bad thinking, because it can not will be actually when you say this word.
Let's think about long term, like 5-10 years from now. What would you like your organ career to look like?
I think that I can play in the church, and it will be for me very good career in the organist, and especially I want practice and what know, maybe I will learning at the academy in some time.
Basically, you have a dream to become a sort of professional church organist on the side of your regular profession. You could have a weekend job, right? Playing services and weddings and liturgical things over, and I would say it's a nice choice to have, right? Then you have two choices: your regular position and then your hobby. And if the hobby can pay for itself, it's the more the better, right? And you can improve, for example, by taking a service player certificate test from American Guild of Organists. It's not really known too much here in Lithuania, but for example, our common friend Paulius Grigonis is preparing for church service certificate test this summer. So he's working busy on hymns, hymn playing and preludes and postludes, hymn transposition. There are a few requirements, but not too difficult. And after that, you basically send in your recording while being here in Lithuania. You send the recording to America, and they judge you, and they give you points. And if you pass, you have a service playing certificate.
It's very nice.
SPC, right? It's very nice because when you go to a priest or a pastor in a church, you can show it's like an official diploma, right? So, although you've never studied formally at a school, you will have a diploma this way, which will be important document for them.
Very good.
Like a qualification.
Yes, it's very good opportunity, I think.
Yeah, it's entirely possible at this level to send a recording and not necessarily go to the United States. At later level, they have associates test and then fellowship test. They are more advanced level. You have to go in person to take this test. But for now, for the beginning, for the first level, you can do this from home. So I highly recommend to people from all over the world who perhaps are listening to us right now, to think about this kind of test, because not only it will give you official qualification, right, that you are suitable to play in church service in any country, but you will also have external motivation. It's like a little bit of competition, right?
Yes.
You're competing with yourself basically, but you're preparing for something.
Yes.
So some people choose to have organ recitals in the future, and sometimes you only need a test, like a church service certificate test, and that will be very good motivation.
Yes, it increases your I don't know, but increase your mind, no?
Yeah, it expands your mentality. You become more serious about organ playing, right? Probably, and probably through studying like this, you have to learn quite a few pieces, right? Not 3, but maybe 10 pieces. So you expand your musical knowledge and music theory skills, because you have to transpose hymns and musical repertoire as well. So wonderful conversation. I hope people can now understand that you don't need to be a professional organist to play in church. You can have a chemistry degree or be a medical doctor. Perhaps this is your primary dream right now, right?
Yes.
Let's keep our fingers crossed that you will get into the program that you have applied this year, and people can understand that although you are studying and majoring in other things, even at this age, of young age, right, when you don't have time, right?
Yes.
But you're finding time, right? What helps you to find time when you practice?
So you should take or write schedule for what you do. In the one day and other day.
You write it down, right?
Yes. It is, for example, after study I should to learning about 2 or 3 hours, and next I go to Vilnius or go to organ studio and also things. But you should take a schedule.
In writing, you have to have a schedule, as you say, because people sometimes take things for granted, and they take too much time on one activity, right?
Yes, and they waste time, and they even say how it can be. But you don't have some time wasting sense.
You don't know. Sometimes when you're working on one activity, you probably are not aware how fast time flies, right? And if you have a schedule, from 8 to 10 you'll do this, from 10 to noon you'll do this, then you're strict with yourself, right? And you can achieve a lot more.
It helps, I think.
Increases your productivity. Your second challenge was to choose the right repertoire for your level. What? Remember those 3 pieces: your Böhm, Messiaen, and the third one was Polish composer called Borowski. These 3 pieces. How did you decide that this is for your level right now, suitable?
So I yesterday was searching for these pieces, and first I reading competition requirements, and I watch what they want that I should play Baroque, Romanticism, and Modernism Apple. And I was on YouTube first and listening what this can take to me joy first, and
you have to like this piece first.
Yes. And second thing was or I can play.
Your skill level is not to you have to match your skills, right, with this piece.
Yes, because it's very important for me.
Not too easy and not too difficult. Sort of challenging but doable.
That you can feel and happy, and you should feel confidence when you choose these pieces.
Yeah, it's not sight readable at first, but you feel that you can do this in the future.
Yes, feelness important.
What about the third point? What was your third challenge? You remember? I forgot your third challenge this year.
To lead my
to expand
my
knowledge about organ music, right? What helps you when you expand? How do you expand? How you manage to expand organ knowledge?
So it is
listening, probably.
Listening and finding sheets and reading for music theory sometimes, or musical history, because you should know various epochs,
historical periods.
Yes, how composers want that you play this.
So you have to be constantly curious, right, about things. You have to feel hunger, right? Hungry for more
Yes.
knowledge and information, and stay always in a learning mode, like a scientist.
Yes.
It's like an
Musical
explorer.
science.
Good. So I hope you will find more practice time, and you will choose wisely your repertoire. And by doing this, you also will expand your musical horizons this way. And as I like to call it, you become a total organist. You know, like, all the things that an organist has to do: church playing, concert playing, improvisation, music theory, composition, even all those things, right? And then you will be complete, right?
Yes.
That's for the future goal, right? The big long-term goal. Wonderful. So, Arnoldas, I'm so delighted we have met. We tuned this big organ. We had lunch.
Yes.
And now we had a couple of cappuccino together.
Nice. Yes.
And we talked for some time about those things that we both enjoy. Can you tell our listeners now a link or how they can contact you? What's the best way for them
Yes,
to contact you?
the best way will be my Facebook profile. It is Arnoldas Leleika.
Let's spell it out. Arnoldas is like Arnoldas. And Leleika is Leika. What a language we have! what last names unspellable. But I will put a link to your profile at the description of this conversation, so people can click and find and visit you and say hello and send some feedback. And of course, you have YouTube channel, right?
Yes, I have YouTube channel, and it is naming like Facebook profile.
The same name.
Yes, the same.
And people will find this famous prelude in classical style by Gordon Young that you have recorded, and hopefully other pieces that
And
we will.
also Guna Pontifical March.
Oh yeah, that's right. Arnoldas substituted me a few times for graduation ceremonies this year, starting in the winter too.
Yeah.
And he's really becoming a real assistant of mine. You see, he helps me tune the organ, he helps me play in graduation ceremonies. I've heard you are preparing for weddings too.
Yes.
In a couple of weeks. Or in a week almost. So it will be a wonderful, I think, experience for you to learn those processional marches, right? The classical wedding repertoire.
Yes, it is nice, but it is simple, I think, because it is very short pieces.
Make sure you record everything and also upload to YouTube so that people can listen. And you yourself can listen later on. That's how you create your own platform online, by documenting your work. Thank you so much, Arnoldas. This was fun.
Yes, of course.
We should do this more often.
Yes.
Okay.
You're welcome. Yes.
If you liked this conversation, I encourage you to visit my blog Secrets of Organ Playing at organduo.lt, where you will find lots of insights, practical advice and training for every area of organ playing. You can subscribe to this blog for free to get your daily dose of inspiration and to be the first to know when any of my future podcasts roll out. I hope to help you reach your dreams in organ playing. I'm Vidas Pinkevičius. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you online really soon.